Welcome to our second episode in the Strong Attraction series. Playlist. Basically, today we're going to be talking about another kind of way of thinking which will help you succeed both in the gym and in your personal life. So, we're going to be talking about, today we're talking about don't give up on your dreams. Live the life, fight the fight. So basically, I know that we've all been in places before where things seem a bit too much, and we give up on chasing after what's really, really important for us in our lives. And I've experienced this before, and basically I've hit massive plateaus on my bench press and some other lifts, but the bench press was the proper test of this. And basically, when you have this kind of attitude or belief, you exude it to everybody around you. Everybody's resonating with this energy of someone that's just given up on the things that make them passionate and excited. So we're going to talk about hope versus hopelessness. So, right, I've been there doing the lift, and I've had that attitude of being hopeless, of losing all hope of everything, and everything seems impossible. You're applying this way of thinking to this like max effort, 1 rep max lift that you're about to attempt. And if you've got hopelessness in like your life, in your nervous system, if you're like consumed by just hopelessness, you've given up hope of achieving. Basically, what hope have you got of completing this lift, which requires you to activate all of your motor units, as many as you can. And obviously the human physiology, we're not like chimps. Chimps are more of an on and off switch. We are fine, delicate creatures that can have dexterity, and the price we pay for this is we don't use as many motor units in our muscles. So yeah, to activate them well, you got to drive a lot of force through them nerves and power the muscle and really force it. And having like a hopeless outlook, man, that affects your nervous system. Like everything's messed up. So we want to have hope, and everyone's going to feel that when they see you having hope and joy that you're going and doing stuff. Okay, next we're going to be talking about courage versus fear. So one of the many things that holds people back from really going after what they want in life is fear. They're scared. Achieving what you want, becoming the best Persian version of yourself means getting outside of your comfort zone. And yeah, it's scary because it's risky. The comfort zone, everything's safe, everything's guaranteed to be nice and comfortable and easy, and that is a quick way to die mentally. Even though you may live longer physically, you might not. I mean, I think as human beings, we need the challenge, and we need to be pushing the boundaries, of what we're capable of. So, fear. Fear is often the thing which is holding us back from going after what we want in life. And again, having fear of a lift, that's not good. That's not what you want to be feeling in your body before you max out. Just being confident, cocky, strong, just that's the mental side, which is gonna really drive success. And again, everybody can tell if you're scared. People's nervous systems, they resonate with each other. The way women, women they get the menstrual cycles syncing up and stuff like that. I mean, that's crazy. That's amazing. It's amazing that that's something that the human body does. But people's nervous systems also resonate with each other in, I guess, a kind of similar way. I guess one might be more pheromones and the other's more like energetic. Who knows? Who knows how this crazy world works? But basically, yeah, the nervous systems can, empathize with each other, whether it's mirror neurons, whatever. And yeah, if you're scared, if your nervous system is all like crazy and like jittery, and people are going to pick up on that, and you're not going to be attracting anyone to you, or maybe you'll attract other people of a similar dysregulated disposition. And who wants people like that in their lives anyway? But basically, yeah, if you can have a sense of calm, of confidence, okay, people are going to be attracted to you. Of both sexes, people are going to be attracted to you and going to want to just spend time being with you because they feel calm and confident when they're around you. As well, right? Let's talk about the lifting. So, if you can approach the weight with like calm and confidence, and like I talked about before, having like visualized it, seen the lift happening, not visualizing yourself dropping the weight, of injuring yourself or something like that. Yeah, of visualizing it going like, well, maybe be challenging, but focusing on the cues that are going to drive you to success. If you do that and you're not overwhelmed with fear, the lift is so much more likely to happen and so much more likely to go smoothly and just to go well. And then, if you, so having the, sorry guys and gals, I had a bit of a brain fart there. So yeah, fear or courage, which one is the best? I mean, okay, on the ladder of emotions, there's like this ladder with kind of like fear and apathy right at the bottom, and the turning point for the higher level emotions is courage. Courage is a very, very, very important thing to embody if you want to really proceed and get ahead in life in lifting. Okay, now the last thing we're going to be talking about is fighting or submitting. I mean, many people sorry, I got a bunged up nose. Many people, when they're not going after what really drives them, what really sets them on fire, what really makes them passionate in this world, they often have just submitted to the day-to-day drudgery. They've got overwhelmed with everything and just submitted to the will of other people sometimes, or just the hardships of life. Life isn't easy. If it was, everyone would do it. No, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing. There isn't a manual on how to do this. And yeah, sometimes it gets too much and we submit and we don't fight. But when we do fight and we fight for what is important to us, we are filled with like passion. Everyone can sense it. And when you talk with energy, you're energized. And when you lift, you're fighting that lift. It's like fighting versus submitting with the weight, okay? So like if you submit to the weight, you're doing the bench press and you're like oh, it's hard, it's really hard, I'm pressing, oh, I submit, you win, and then you just land it on your chest and you get stuck there and people have to help get you out. I mean, not only is that humiliating, but that's just awful. That's an awful way to think. It's an awful way to live, in my book. I mean, who am I to judge? But it's awful. Um, when you fight and it's like, okay, this is getting really fucking hard and really fucking heavy, and then you just focus on the cues even more. You're activating some areas of your brain. I've heard about people talking about this with David Goggins and like how he goes into the pain and he fights and he fights and he can just activate this area of his brain to like shine a spotlight on kind of. I've heard a podcast about it with neuroplasticity. It's crazy. It's crazy. You get acetylcholine released and adrenaline, and it enables the brain to have neuroplasticity. And yeah, there's a circuitry that can be activated that allows people to fight and go into the pain and not avoid it and not submit to life. It's important that we all fight. So let me tell you a story. I was attempting my bench press PB, and it was for 170 kilos. Bench press, I really struggle with it. It's a technical lift, and because it's so technical and I struggle with it so much, I can actually teach it really well because I have faced the challenges and overcome them one step at a time. Anyhow, I was getting ready for this bench press PB, and I've been struggling with this at the time for I don't know how long, like 2 months, like 3 months. It had been a long time, maybe even longer, maybe 4 months. I don't even know. I don't keep a training log. You can actually, I do keep a training log, but it's all on WhatsApp. It's all digital, and it's a pain in the ass going and looking through it. Anyway, it was a long time. I was stuck on this bench press PB of 170. And basically, I was going through a very hard time emotionally. And I was really, really struggling. And I had basically, I'd given up. I'd given up on what really matters to me in life, what really sets me on fire, what really makes a difference to how I feel in the day. And I was getting ready for the bench press. And I started thinking to myself, you know what? Like, I've got all these different ways. I've got all these different ways of, instead of submitting and just being like, okay, I'm defeated, of going after it, of changing tact, of using a different route to get to where I wanted to be. And I started thinking about ways in which I could fight. Not physically, not fighting with people, but implement strategies where I'm not giving up on what matters. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I can do this. And I started thinking about it. And as I'm getting underneath the bar, I'm thinking, I'm not a fucking victim. I'm not a victim. I'm the aggressor. And I'm taking the fight to them. And I'm going to fucking do this. And I can fucking do it. I got underneath the bar. I unwrapped the weight. I stabilized, lowered to my chest. And I fucking did it, mate. I did it. I overcame this weight that I've been struggling with for so long. And I personally put it down to how I was thinking at the time. I was thinking how a champion thinks. And I want all of you to think that way too. So, if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe down below, hit the bell, hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you all next time. Later. Peace.